moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Boakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Boakai...
So, the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive, the first person government, and to the judiciary, you go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs. The reason is simple. Drug is a lucrative business, so everybody want to get money. For that, you will find somebody somewhere who is involved. So when you fight in drugs, you find almost people everywhere. So your security drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive, the first person government, and to the judiciary, you go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs. The reason is simple. Drug is a lucrative business, so everybody want to get money. For that, you will find somebody somewhere who is involved. So when you fight in drugs, you find almost people everywhere. So your security
the Papie eat money there. Hey, I remember when the Israeli Unity Party when I had they were displaying. I raised 60,000. I sent the 60,000 by Papie to pay the rent. No, the Papie eat 40, get a minute 20. During COVID time, and I probably didn't know all the records. COVID time, I said, Papie, they COVID been bar. You gotta go identify our people, you know. I sent 10 grand. Papie, go buy oxygen, you know, oxygen was a beating, do you know that, right? Oxygen, chlorines, gloves, carry it to the hospital. The Papie eat the 10 tea. And you know what I know is so tough? The whole traditional nonsense. You know, that uncle now, you know? You can't go question your uncle. Oh, you fast! The Papie for what? Anybody that you can get money to for something, they give them for something that wasn't there. That's corruption. Now, the man has spun the rock, the man spun the bar. So he acts as though he is so straight. And you know, sometimes they say, can't spend time and can't labor mean that two different things. I never knew the man that well. Say I was supporting our in the States going to school, right? The man was here. But the 2 times the man went to me to the States, I started getting scared. When the man claimed me the hostel, somebody gotta go, gotta be right on him to make sure, you know, the steps steep. So he get slip and fall. Ah! Then you start thinking, the thing I'm doing here so that good thing. Now let me hear say he will be president for whole country. You know, he won't be. So you can be doing something, but you'll be thinking, what are the right thing you're doing, right? I won't go sure. Then when he coming down, they gotta announce that they come and smile, gotta go up for him too. And the person gotta be in front of him. Because the man can even walk correct. They can paint out here, they're giving him all kind of thing to make him strong. When you see him looking like that, they're giving him all kind of things. The Papie is not able. They just want to use him to take the country. Let the man go rest. So on November 14th, we'll vote for George Munah. We'll give him 6 more years. And I believe him. Because if a man open your mind and tell you, say, my man, I feel that the area here will not do good. Will not do good. If he said tell you that one, who are you to say that's not true? And he told me something. He said, look, one of the mistakes we made was to make you our enemy. So we will not do it. We will work together. We will listen to you and you will help us. So I rather my former enemy or opponent that respect me and values my contribution than a fake friend or fake uncle, ungrateful uncle, who will be using me and be showing me white teeth, black eye. You understand? The person who you and him fought before, when you become friend, that friendship can be strong. Then the person who can be acting like they love you, but behind your back they hate you. George Munah, we are
Joseph Boakai made to come to power. Then Joseph Boakai dropping the ocean in order to show them making not jumping around. We confused. You know what's going on. You think that joke we joking here? We told you about Joseph Boakai from the beginning. You say, oh, not listen to us. The other one too that you be passing around with big money, say you get policy, you know they want, you know that one, you know they want. John Molu. Oh, oh, my man, that other news today, man. Joseph Boakai jump in other news is John Molu. They made fool out of that one. They made fun out of him. Yes, they made fun out of him. Another Joseph Boakai John, like John Lobo. The only Joseph Boakai John. Can you imagine they gave Noah who gives him who a blind man job? You can see them get your job. You passing around taking pictures all day, putting it off for people, the other person birthday, my senior brother, my senior sister, and let me congratulate my senior brother, the MD, the other. You not see? You ready yet? You better put your legs together, my picking. You not ready yet? You alive, no man like you, Joseph Boakai use all of your like junks in the town, and you passing around, whole day talking funny thing. You see what? Another Joseph Boakai John. But I want about Joseph Boakai he go straight in the grave. Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson, our Joseph Boakai. Oh, Joe Boba. Joe Boba, big ball. I told you today we'll call the listing of all of Joseph Boakai Johns. The list too long. It is a countless list. A countless list. Joseph Boakai position, all of them. The only person that refused to be Joseph Boakai John. Like Yege Koluba, when Yege Koluba read it from distance, he said no. He said no. He said no. Another person who Joseph Boakai John, now Prince Johnson, Joseph Boakai gave him away. Joseph Boakai praising during the election, saying we dance with devil. You ain't ready yet. Joseph Boakai not BM. I stand with Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai, our president. He's from Lofa County. I stand with the man from Lofa County. It's sweet for you. It's sweet for all of you. It's sweet for all of you who Joseph Boakai making fool out of. Especially the Costa, the Ami Moda, the John Molu, the Stanton Waterspoon. I see him on his show, they making noise, shouting, talking funny. That now you know that Joseph Boakai now see where Mane Papie. We used to tell you before you just say we hate Joseph Boakai. You thought we just Papie about Joseph Boakai John man. That one would have got a point in jail. He changed two strings old man knowing in the time. I tell him, ain't saying man. Ain't man knowing the time. He will press Jeremiah and Joseph Boakai as long as he elaborate for the rest of his life. If he any attempt, he will press that government, any attempt to try foolishness. Whether in Africa, in Ghana, or whatever it is, with his secret counsel, all the secret money that they're giving you counsel. I'll say it today. You're watching, see. It's going to get serious. It is going to get serious, folks.
The auditor from the General Audit
Dylan, passing
he said about the financial statement of the Consolidated Funds account of the government of Liberia. Here are key things to know about the financial statement of the Consolidated Funds account of the government of Liberia for the period covering January 1, 2024 to December 31, 2024. Auditors are the government people who can check on how those who collect or receive government money and other items spent or use them. They help to fight corruption or prevent people from stealing from government and the public. The Consolidated Funds account is where they keep all the government money. This is the same place the government can take money from to build all the roads, the schools, pay government workers, and do plenty other things. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning is the government house responsible to spend all government money. The auditor report on the Consolidated Funds account for January 1, 2024 to December 31, 2024 says many wrong things happened. The report says that 1. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning people spent $2,806,470 more than what they're supposed to spend with no backing from the lawmakers. 2. 106 government offices, including schools and hospitals, did not get all the money they were supposed to get in the budget. The auditor says Finance Ministry people did not give $78,289,600 to government entities that were supposed to receive it. 3. The Finance Ministry people spent $2,850,035 without receipts or paper to show how the money was spent. 4. 10 government offices did not give government share of the money they make. 1. Finance Ministry people spend overplus or without the lawmakers giving go ahead. What the auditor say? The auditor says the Ministry of Finance people spent $2,806,470 more of what they were supposed to spend with no backing from the lawmakers. The auditor says the Ministry of Finance big people did not show any paper to prove that they got the backing from the lawmakers to spend more than what the lawmakers say they should spend. What is bad about this? The auditor says spending government money without backing from the lawmakers is wrong and against the public financial management law or the big law that deals with government money business in Liberia. The auditor also says spending government money overplus can lead to corruption and people doing things they are not supposed to do with the money. What did the Ministry of Finance big people say to the auditor? The Ministry of Finance big people told the auditor they did not do wrong by spending overplus because the public financial management law or the big money law also gave them power to.
My people, y'all please help us to hit the share button, please. Share with friends, share with family members. Let us share in all of the rooms because today is going to be very, very interesting. Today is going to be very wonderful. We are hoping to have, some of our people on here with us. But again, please do us a favor while you are listening to these clips. We want you to please hit for us the share button. Share on your various pages, tag people, and let's have a wonderful conversation. There are a lot of things we're going to disclose to you today. As you may be aware, there are a lot of things happening, and it is important that you be in the know. So please help hit the share button. Also do us a favor. You can send for us thumbs ups on these videos. You can send for us, some hearts, some love emojis. It will actually help to be able to save our videos because every time we on here there are people who are reporting. The Unity Party, they are very good at that. They want to ensure that you and myself do not have the voice to be able to ask them questions or checkmate them. So whenever we come on to explain to our people, they will always want to keep us down. So please, I'm appealing to you. I'm begging you. What I want you to do is to hit for me, the thumbs up. Send me some thumbs up. You can send me some, love emojis, some of the love emojis. You can send it for us. And we really appreciate it because these things help to give, the video, in other words, a very good impression so that the algorithm of Facebook will not be able to take it down. So please, we appeal to you. Please help us. Those of you who are sending it out for us, we appreciate you and want to thank you. So let's listen to this, the report from the GSC, while we get ready to bring in our people. Thank you.
Spend more. What did the auditor say to the Finance Ministry big people? The auditor says the Finance Ministry big people.
I am also sharing while this is playing. I'm also sharing. So please join me Share.
Did not show any proof to back what they did by spending overplus. 2. 106 government offices, including schools and hospitals, did not get the whole amount they were supposed to get in the budget. What the auditors say? The auditors say the Ministry of Finance people did not give 106 government offices like schools and hospitals all the money they were supposed to get. The auditor says the total money the finance ministry people did not give those offices was 78,289,600 United States dollars. When the auditor checked, they did not see any paper that gave finance ministry people the power to hold the money from going to those government offices where the lawmakers agree that they should give it. What is bad about this? The auditors say when people don't get the whole money they were supposed to get from government, it can lead to people not doing the things they were supposed to do. For example, hospitals in interior areas may not be able to get medicines to treat people, and schools may not get chalks and other things to teach the children very well. What the auditor says should be done? The auditor says the finance ministry people must give reasons why they did not give the people all the money they were supposed to get in the budget. The auditor also say next time the finance ministry people must let the people know ahead of time when they have money problem that may cause them not to get all their money. The finance ministry people say the reason why they did not give all the money to those government offices is the lawmakers delay to pass the budget, and the delay can hold things that should be done. People doing things they are not supposed to do with the money. What did the Ministry of Finance big people say to the auditor? The Ministry of Finance big people told the auditor they did not do wrong by spending overplus because the public financial management law or the big money law also gave them power to spend more. What did the auditor say to the Finance Ministry big people? The auditor says the Finance Ministry big people did not show any proof to back what they did by spending overplus. 2. 106 government offices, including schools and hospitals, did not get the whole amount they were supposed to get in the budget. What the auditors say? The auditors say the Ministry of Finance people did not give 106 government offices like
of government. If you want to fight for the Liberian people, that's a full error. Fight when you're outside of government. Don't fight and you say, let me minister. All they got was hustler. All of them were hustler. They can't even get their own job. They cannot survive without government job. What kind of man says he's an advocate, but he must be in government? And not to be frank, my Liberian people, you ask question. If the people that care about you, tell them not to take government job. If the people that really want to fight for you, tell them not to take government job. Serious. When you have ministers that come in a course, bond course, and power course, and you think it's okay, it is not okay. It is not. And that's why we come every day when I see how we're talking. They got no moral right to question. You gave them job. You voted for them. You paid for their salary. You gave them gas slip. You gave them fuel. You gave them scratch card. It's your right to talk to them. You as a Liberian citizen, you pay them. The home allowances and house allowances and car allowances and benefit they're getting, you giving it to them. So question them. Don't be afraid. Don't never be afraid. I'm going to say don't never be scared. Yeah, that's it. Question them. You guys sit down here, you're scared to talk about them. I will talk about them. The taxes are taken from the property taxes, paying them. The taxes are taken from businesses you're doing Liberia, paying them. When you pay your transportation, the road for money, some of it went to them. You are contributing to them. They will never ever surprise you. They will never ever make you scared. Because they got about 4 more years, so then we start selling the property again. And people sitting on the fence, they will buy the property again. Look at this. Look at what Jeremy Pierre and Daniel Sanders have caused the ministry. Look at this.
Is it Deputy Minister Daniel Sando?
Yeah, Daniel Sanders is Deputy Minister. The book just kind of, he just silly.
And that's my friend, though. That man is my man. But like, you think about causing oppositions and causing lawmakers and other opposition, you think it would serve you right? I mean, you created more problem for Joseph Yima Boakai. And come and discuss the issue. Come and discuss the issue. You can't sit there and think everything you're going to do to cost. Costing didn't bring you here. The message brought you here. Insulting people mind and power didn't bring you here. So for you to sit down and say you will get cost because you get 3,000 hour job, 5,000 hour job. So you will cost, and you will lie and say the president, what they building in 4 years, local county, if for man royal union. No problem. No message. No.
So, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, again, as usual, we ask that you kindly hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members. Let's get ready. Let's get started as we bring you our today's presentation. So, we will later be joined, I'm very sure, by our co-host, our co-panelist, Randolph Masekwe Dugbayu. We will be joined by him later. But until then, we want to say, do us a favor. Hit for us the share button. Share with as many friends as you can share with. And let's get ready to do this together. Let's get ready as we do this together. So again, I want to welcome each and every one of you officially while we are also sharing and sending out communication for our people that's supposed to be joining us. So hit for us the share button. It's not easy. Some of these people, they are very busy. They have very, very tight schedules, and a lot of things that they are doing. But yet we got to bring the information to our people. So again, just do us that favor. Hit for us the share button. Let's get ready. Let's get started as we do this together. Yeah, as we do this together. So please hit for us the share button. Hit for us the share button. Hit us the share button. Let's do it.
What?
All right. So I am sharing. So share too.
What are you chasing? What are you chasing?
I understand. I know that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Why are you angry?
Why? It's unfortunate. Please continue. It was unfortunate. What is unfortunate? The unfortunate situation is that whenever there is an homosexual activity appears on the agenda, we want to discuss it. Liberia is a Christian state. You cannot have homosexual activity appears on the agenda. The speaker, they are on east. So we should remove it.
So why are you censoring?
We had our communication the other day. We invited the UNC people in that Methodist church. They want to practice homosexual activities here, gay activities. We continue to push the agenda. Every time we put on the floor, when they come to the session, they remove the floor. That is the mission of just raising it. All the agenda, you check the agenda is there. Come here, but Joseph Williams. Since we raise that issue, they went to community rooms. They stay in community rooms. So we ask them for them, they start this, so we can pass it. They say, no, you should move on the agenda. So I raise the issue and they say, go outside.
Do you think homosexuality?
There's a 14 on the part of the speaker. There's a 14 on the part of the speaker. They cannot support homosexual activities. We're here. President Boakai said a bill here that we should ban cultural activity that is harmful. All of them accepted the bill. Immediately instead of community room, they now discussing it, so we can ban cultural activities in the country. Now homosexual bill appear, they said no, we should not discuss it. He who clean everything will come clean it.
Do you think that has been practiced? Do you think that has been practiced in Liberia? You say so.
Come again?
Do you think homosexuality has been practiced in our
It
country?
has been practiced. You saw the UNC, the book of discipline. Today, the United Methodist Church, by 12 feet, and ST number is being closed. The guy said, Church in Maryland, in Peru, is being closed. People are worshiping the Senate House. So, what is the discuss it to lay the rest, once and for all, they say no.
What do you want? What do you want? What does the legislature want in terms of this homosexuality? What is the communication pushing for?
The communication is pushing for.
So, fellow Liberians, as I said earlier, today we're going to be joined by our people. They're going to be joining us. We're going to have a very wonderful, wonderful time together. We are expecting some wonderful people to join us. They are trying to connect. They're trying to connect. So once they are on, we will definitely bring them on. We'll definitely bring them over to you so that we can begin this discussion. So while they are coming on or while they are getting prepared to join us, there are just few things that we want to discuss or we just want to start with as we, get ready to go in depth in what we are supposed to be discussing. I know today there are trending issues, and one of those paramount amongst, the many issues has to do with the arrest of some, former government official, indictment, by the government on some former official, etc., which is a hot cake and worth for us to discuss and to educate you. But I want to say this, fellow Liberians, while we get ready to bring in our people. It is important sometimes you understand the people that are bringing out this information. The reason why the Unity Party is here, the reason why they are today a party in government is because they were very crafted enough to present to us informations that are not accurate, that are not balanced, and they lied enough. Liberia is a society where our people we quick to believe without verifying. When somebody jump up and say this, we believe it. Before we can even verify it, we were condemned before we verified. Many of our people, they will render verdict. They will already indict you before coming to ask you a question whether you are guilty or not guilty. That is our society for us. That is how we live. That is our people. Why it is true that you and myself, we are working beyond the scene. We are working tirelessly. Just bear with me. Let me bring this. I don't know. I'm receiving a call. I don't know if it is from one of our people here, but let me see. Okay, I'm sorry. So that is the kind of society we find ourselves in. People will indict you. People will people will render you guilty before they even ask you questions. So look, when you have a political party that was in power for 12 years and being around for 40 plus years, they do not only understand the political environment, but they also understand the mind of the people. They understand the thinking of the people. They understand the psyche of the people. So whether we like it or not, no political party that will be around for 40 plus years, holding power for 12 years plus, and being in different wings, especially those those key figures of the party being around in different government, that you will tell me that they do not understand the mind of the Liberian people. Then me, you say you now understand yourself. So they understand the Liberian people. They know the Liberian people mind and their psyche. And at the end of the day, these people understand the kind of society that they are dealing with. And that's the reason why these people, they just put out any garbage to us, because they believe that when they put out these garbages to us, we will accept it. But thank God that we are becoming critical on a daily basis. The Liberians are graduating. The Liberians are taking on a different level. This time, to some extent, yes, people can ask logical questions and say, how this happened? How that happened? They can ask the logical questions. Oh, yes, they can ask the question. Thank God that we are now creating a society. And I want to say thanks to all of you who are here. All of you who are here, all of you who share, all of you who comment, all of you who do what you do. You are making our society to become more critical, that people will not just lie and walk away. This time you see even the old lady now, they're asking questions. They are asking questions, relevant questions. Even the people who ain't sit down in classroom, they stand now, they're asking critical questions. And that is the reason why you see that this government is being exposed on a daily basis, especially with their lies. They use lies to get to power, but they cannot use these lies to continue. They cannot use those lies to continue. So I want to say this to you, my people. Those who are running around with information, oh, President, we are here, President, we are here. Pay them no mind. These are a bunch of useless beings who believe that they can get permanence at the name of President Weah. You know, President Weah said something, right? With the whole thing going on. He said to somebody, without my name, without these people involving me in the politics of today, it means nothing will be discussed. So at times, you feel for them, you feel sorry for them. If I am not in the topic, it means there is no topic. There is no topic. You know, it was comical. All of us were laughing, but it was serious. President, we are saying you are leading people there. You are leading. Let them go ahead. Let them enjoy themselves. The only way that some people can get relevant, the only way that some people can be able to get the views, some people will listen to them, is when they lie on me, when they talk about me. I am the center of discussion in Liberia. To the extent that people are not discussing the government, they are not discussing the achievement of the government, but rather they are talking about me. Sick. How they saw me. They're doing this. And this is one of the reasons why my people, we need to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Look, AI is becoming very advanced, my people, if you all don't know. AI is going to have a part to play, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, comes 2029. I want to repeat this. AI is going to have a very, very important role to play in our politics comes
Yes,
2029.
for sure.
AI is going to be a tool that will be used to convince others, to be able to dissuade others, to be able to present and etc. Look, AI will play a very important role. That's what I continue to say to people, that do not overlook the power of the social media. Do not overlook it. That's why I laugh at people. People who tell you, say, oh, they make a rare AI. Only a stupid person will tell you, say, AI the crime. There are companies that is so advanced. You know what they're using? They're using AI.
Yes.
People no longer spending 15, 16 hours and reading things or doing blah 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 research. This time there are apps, there are apps that are created. You take the information, you put it there, and these they can do accurate research for you. The only thing you need to do is to put what you want to put, input your wordings, how you want to make it, and etc. etc. But the word is getting advanced. It's getting very advanced. Those days, I remember when I was coming up, when I was going to school back in the 80s, we never had thing like calculator. No, you stupid. Sorry for the language. But you crazy. Where you going to take calculator from? We used to do hot mental. They will pull us down, they will line us up and ask us 2 times 3, 3 times 8, 12 times 5, this time this. What you call calculator? Some of us start knowing about calculator come, maybe recently when we're already old, we're men, women. That time we start knowing about calculator. Who are you to buy a calculator for you? What are you talking about? We're talking about when they gave you mathematical questions, you don't even bring calculator around. What are you talking about? The teacher will whip you for carrying calculator. But look at now, what is happening? The world is so advanced to the extent that our kids are now using these calculators around. If sophisticated one too, they get a scientific calculator, very sophisticated. You get the formula inside, you put it there, it gives you results. That's what we have. So it is only fools that will say, hey, they think we overlook it. Don't overlook the AI, my brother. It's taking stage. Before yesterday, I remember some of us we used to have 310. This time what we have? We have now 17 plus, Pro Mass, and all the other things. The word is getting advanced. Wake up to the reality. On this note, fellow Liberians, we are grateful to welcome our brother, one of our panelists here with us, my own brother, Detroit, Wilmot. Goes by the name Jake.
Yeah,
Jake, what's up, bro?
salute. Yes, salute to you, brother. Thank you for flooding the AR series into the followers. We are appealing to you people. You know how it going outside there, lies and propaganda. The people ruling, they stay on lies. You let's spread, you share the video. Sharing is free. You're not paying anything. I got to share it with people. Please, 1 or 2 people or 3 persons. The message will go out there now. You share it. We're appealing. We're appealing. Those that follow us and believe in us, because we told you people here, this is not a propaganda channel, because we lay it down here. The men that we support, he ruled the country for 6 good years. That's a fool. Then now they in power. So we compare everything. Now while they debate, these people are not winning the debate because we had a president that ruled. Let me give you just similar example. Where the narrative is holding on there, not easy for them. George, we have brought 45 buses from India, from the same Tata era there. India people made Tata buses. They spend millions of dollars. The ABK incorporated the food then. How much in the country right now? 7. I believe that they get a whole 7 to the University of Liberia student who used to be protesting on George Weah. So you see the narrative there, that why they cannot win the debate. And the man that we support, he brought developmental politics. So it's just that the Unity Party is finding it difficult for them to win any argument here. That why you can see that their podium, the information podium, they causing man in there now. It never happened. Our former information minister, Rennie, never caused nobody man. Yeah, Jeremiah Pia causing man. If you go on the other platform, they even causing man. They threatening people. They witch hunting people that they want to kill somebody and all. So the narrative not working like Liberian people. And let me just bust up what my brother was saying. It's not lie. We flag here many times. Artificial intelligence. That's a new thing that's going around the world. America, the greatest country, in China on a race. Artificial intelligence, the battle who to win that race. America now dominating. The men are the second richest man, or this probably between Elon Musk and Allison. The men are got Oracle. All the billion thousands, hundreds of planes, AR plane, as we speak now in America. See what China doing it. So AR, as Prince telling you people, we saw how the Unity Party was displaying AR. Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down how AR already started with the Unity Party. You saw the hunger. You go to video on the hunger. When Joseph Baga was recently to that hunger there. You look at the Unity Party, what they were doing. The face of office or stage on the AR. You saw Joseph Baga looking very sharp. Then the total guys then from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, with the Kuwaitian flag, all that thing was AR generated. All was artificial intelligence. Let me get one file. Let me tell you what we're trying to say, that AR, if you're not smart on AR, it will ping everybody wrong. They will even arrest you. They will even lie on you. Let me take that one video after the podcast. You can do your own research. It's on YouTube. After the podcast, if you want to believe me, if you see that particular AI, you will go to, you will never believe it. The world's richest man, Elon Musk, let's get Tesla. He came from America. He went to Italy. They had a conference. The Italian Prime Minister called Giorgia Melino, something like that, Italian name. She's the present Prime Minister. If you look at her AI, she's friendly with Elon Musk, but the creator of AI that even put the European in a different situation. Elon Musk lady kissing the woman on that AI video. It's a pure AI. It's on YouTube now. Just click on Elon Musk AI video kissing the Italian present Prime Minister. If you see that video, it did not tell you that AI. You will never believe it. So what we're trying to say, the unity party, they so cool, the devilish, so they can implicate joy wearing AI. We flag here in this country, we flag on the platform before, and artificial intelligence. They can make you, AI now can naked you. AI can naked you. They can make you to leave your wife and your husband. They can put it together. You will never believe what day in you go. So we're gonna be, as Prince said, the unity party left power, or they will use AI by 2026, 2027, and they're already using AI now. So Prince, that true. Like, we gotta be careful with AI.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. And that's why we continue for us here. Whenever we have the opportunity to be on here, we have to educate you. We have to inform you. Because what is happening now is very terrible. It's very, very, very terrible. I mean, when I mean terrible, I mean it's very, very, very terrible. People now are doing all kinds of things. And with especially the kind of people that we are dealing with, we are dealing with the kind of people who are not, we continue to say, they are not afraid to commit crimes. That's why you need to understand these people. They are not afraid to commit the thing they call crime. No, they can commit it at any time. You don't even want to know. At any time they can commit crime. They are not afraid to lie. You know, these people have a fixed plan. They have a fixed format. The Unity Party is the party as such that once they see something they wanted, they will employ every unorthodox method to get it. That's who they are. If they will lie, if they will unalive people, if they will destroy whatever it is, if they cause for them to break down, they will break it down because they want it. That's who they are. You saw what happened when these people wanted Taylor to be out of Liberia. I know, we can talk about what we can talk about. We get other issues, blah, blah, blah. We can talk about it. But when they wanted President Taylor to be out of Liberia, they did not rest. They created different groups. They made him to look ugly internationally. They made him to look ugly nationally. I know he had his own thing. We can talk about it, etc., etc. But they printed him to the extent that they sponsored and supported people until they got him out. When they wanted Samuel Kayando to be out, hey, they did not rest. They did every other thing. They make the government to look evil to the extent that they make us to understand that the late President Samuel Kayando was doing nothing for Liberians. At the end of the day, they got him out. They got him out. Fellow Liberians, when they wanted to give President Weah, a kind of tough time, what they didn't say about President Weah running from kidney. The man kidney in bag, he's traveling with kidney.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Eugene Fagon today. These were the people that yesterday they were saying this kind of nonsense, even though they work for government. Government gave them the opportunity to work. But people like Eugene Fagon are saying around, President Weah get bag, he got kidney, 3 people kidney in the bag. They passing around with it so you can go somewhere and go take and go transplant it. And some of our people believe it.
To tell you, I'm cutting you all the way, like people too naive. How can you see that what I tell people the society need to read it. They're so gullible. You cannot put kidney in bed. Even you deliver kidney, if you come die, and you die today, the kidney can die with you. That all immediately. You can put kidney in bed, the organ is dead, know that how they can do it. So the society is gullible. So all these things. But please, let me remind Liberia, I said that last year been existing long time. You all remember the follow-up? Time we're growing up, you ask the Papie in that 70, in that 80. And you go make interview in that country now. They say President Tubman. They say President Tubman was loving the Queen Elizabeth. They say President Tubman. If you ask all people now, we're in our 70, 80 to no days, I bet you, take microphone and go to the Papie and we're playing check out drinking a pound one. They still believe that President Tubman was loving the Queen Elizabeth. Why you want they used to remember all that stupid story like when we were growing up, Benu Sudan, they said my our neck. For last, they are not going to call Benu Sudan.
I know. And young people show your face.
Yeah, you will get cheap. If you get out, ring that what thing that and all that. Oh, what kind of thing? Lag or what kind of thing? They don't see no one
Yeah.
come for you. So loud. So loud. You know. They say, oh, the spirit that will come on there during the Congo Town. The children were living in the graveyard. No. They were living in the graveyard. What is spirit? They not kill the children in the graveyard.
I know, my brother. I know.
What I noticed in that country,
Hmm.
Liberian people love lies than reality. That they laugh. Anytime you spread heavy lies in that country continuously, they can call you the hero. How him cross are being relevant today? They laugh. The false narrative. Henry Costa they cajole the Liberian people. That 60 billion missing money. You remember the other Sunday they lie on George Weah? They say, oh, George Weah pregnant Jackie appeared. You know that actress from Ghana.
Yeah.
All I hear so Jackie appeared in labor, yeah? Let the reality Jackie appear in labor in real time. So 3 years now, the job all of power, then 2 years for Joseph Boakai. So Jackie appear still pregnant. We're gonna predict it last for 3 years. So you see how like report they don't fact check people. But one thing I'm noticing the society getting the open now. The society getting the open now.
Definitely.
That how him got relevant in that country.
Definitely.
So everybody they have platform. They just spread that gibberish outside there. Talking about job we are doing there, job we are doing there. You're paying condominium. You're doing all the 1 year. He love you to Jackie Apia. Blah 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 blah. Then other stupid guy they call Fatopa. He wrote book. He wrote one stupid book. Where the Fatopa today? They just, all kind of people that catch up that, but you can't say I Christians don't want us to catch in the people. Look at you see how people. No, bring. I was so Rana was so flow. Let me tell you, bring. Real society, I'll be honest. That letter. That why we say that why they say we get low IQ. We're among the low IQ country in Africa. We're among the tax saving. We're among the tax saving low IQ because like people don't think real society where eloquent, where fluent son, spoon talk can never get relevant in our country. First of all, he fraud. He was into medical fraud. 100 million with a gang of people, medical fraud. He was indicted by the American government. He spread lies and propaganda for 4-5 good years. On that spoon talk today. Lies upon lies. Now he turned around now. He's saying ugly statement now against the Boakai administration now too, because why? Because he get what he wanted to get from the Boakai administration. They point to the back. So now he start flagging all kind of negative things there. But when I told Father Word, I told people, the sedition are so weak. Yes, I'll be honest here.
Thank you, my brother. Let's just go straight to the time because time is in our favor. Again, I want to say thank you. We welcome you. On this note, fellow Liberians, we want to use this time to also welcome the Honorable Randolph Dowayu. My brother, Dowayu, welcome, Chief. How are you, sir?
Prince and dear brother Jake, we are glad to be on today. Friday on my end is a very busy day, but we are always available to work for the Liberian people and to always say and preach what is right. Today is Friday in our country. I'm told Joseph Boakai is back. Many things on our table to discuss, but most importantly, our country, Liberia. Keeping Liberia and putting Liberia first. And then on this note, I'd like to also highlight the significance of this day to us. Today is November 7, a famous day in our country's history, a famous day that seditions cannot forget. We forgive, but we do not forget. Precisely about 15 years ago on this date, in the presence of OMIO, in the presence of the United Nations, in the presence of Al Jazeera, CNN, and other big media platforms in the world, we only as a group, we only as a party, we only as Liberians, we decide to disengage from the political process. Then our standard bearer Winston Tubman, we, after the first round of election, we feel the numbers were manipulated, numbers that we legally got during the elections. where they were shifted around and given to Manasseh leave the Unity Party. And so, consistent with our democratic right on Article 1, Section 1 of the Liberian Constitution, which says all power is inherent in the people, we decided to exercise and invoke that fundamental constitutional right and peacefully assemble. We assemble peacefully, giving our freedom of movement, but against the rules of engagement, against our inherent freedom of movement and freedom of assembly. The Unity Party, under the stewardship of Joseph Boakai and Mana Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they went at our headquarters, dispatched police, and lethal weapons were disproportionately discharged at peaceful sedition, and we were killed in multitudes. So this day reminds us of the bloodshed at our party headquarters, sacrifices that men and women of gallant revolutionary credential laid down for the survival of this party. And so most of the time, this day is a sorrowful day for us, is a dolorous day for us, is a mournful day, yet it is a day that ignites hope in us, giving us that courage that if these men and women can die for the forward march of this party, we should not let their blood go in vain. We should fight and fight and fight. This is why today we are on a redemption hour to fight in supplementation, with supplementing to the soul of these people who were unjustly killed by Joseph Boakai and the Unity Party. And so, holla up to them. We say a revolutionary homage to all who preceded them, the Papie Solo, and everyone who preceded and proceeded them. We say, may their soul and the souls of all faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in perfect peace. And so we jumpstart the show today in their honor. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be on the show today.
Thank you so much, Honorable Dubayu. Again, our fellow Liberian, like he said, today is very historic. It is sad, but again, it's a wonderful day. A wonderful because today was that day that Liberians choose to stand up to a tyrannic regime. The Liberian chose at the time that we will not keep quiet in the absence of people, that we believe yesterday were the hero, even though that they are not here. But now that today we are here, we are the heroes of today. We stand up and speak against the ills in society. And fellow Liberians, because Liberians, through their constitutional right, decided to challenge the system decided that they were going to use the force that is unorthodox to unalive people. But today we remember those people because they stood for the democracy that today we are enjoying. Post-war. They stood for it. They did not jump to hide themselves. They exposed their chests to the bullets for the defense of this particular democracy. For today, you and myself have the opportunity to speak. We have the opportunity to participate, even though we are seeing similar trend under the Unity Party government again, trying to silence the opposition. But we want to say today is very historic. We'll discuss it. We'll talk about it between times. But we want to say our deepest condolences to those comrades who laid their lives down and exposed their chests in order for us to be able to have what we have today. That you and myself can be able to speak out against ills in government. We want to say today is very historic. Seditions, patriotic Liberians, let's remember that this democracy that we have today, we did not get it just on a silver platter. We struggle for it. And that's the reason why, as seditionists, we must always remain faithful and loyal to our institution, to our belief, in order to make Liberia a better nation. So doing twist and turn, we'll talk about it. We'll play some videos. But again, we want to say welcome to our own Memorial Day. We consider this day to be a Memorial Day to us. A good memory, a sorrowful memory, and a bad memory. My brother Jake, have your take on this?
Yeah, let me have
our discussion.
My take I will have on this. It will put some people. Let me be real here. I'm a sharpshooter. I'm a fan of the president. I know him personally. Prince, I will ask you and Randall here, as you're mooning this particular serving, the particular day, it sent a message to you, it means much to the CDC. But this is my question. I'm gonna be real to answer this. The question let me ask you that why that where the Unity Party believe that CDC is weak. Listen, you. On the faithful day, may that soul rest in peace. The fight for the CDC, they share that blood on the party here premises. On the faithful day, these things happen. Pray this my question to you and double you. After all that bloodshed, you came to power. Why the CDC government, I'll be real here. Why you go after these people that kill your sons and daughters and you're letting slide? Why you never went after when you took the mantle of authority, George Weah and the CDC, and you know all the hierarchy of the CDC, they massacre your people, they kill your faithful loyalists, whatsoever, revolutionary. When you came to power, why you know the country, we know each other. Those that committed that atrocity against your children. Why you never brought them and you were in power, why you never want them to bring them to justice to answer for why they did. That why for me, that's one of the reason today the Unity Party believe they can do anything. Nobody from CDC where we are. You ask me, I don't know where to answer this question. For me, it's a fair question. People, I'll be real here to answer. I'm a fan of the president, but I'll be real here to ask the question. Why you never took step?
No, but Jake, you gotta stop, being unrealistic with the issue. Sometimes you gotta be realistic.
But do you wait? Do you wait? So that would disagree. I would disagree with you on this particular one.
Jake,
you rule the country now.
Question. No, gain an opportunity.
You rule the country. So but you say I'm gonna be
Jake, giving an opportunity to answer. You ask a question, so let him answer.
Okay. The incident occurred November 7, 2011. We came to power almost 8 years after, because I have in 2011, or 7 years after, 7 to 6 years we came to power. The very Unity Party you want to talk about, they presided over the state, they destroyed evidence, they set out a committee, and they vindicated those people that were involved in the presence of UNMIL. If you want to be real here, in the presence of the United Nations, that incident occurred. The United Nations did nothing. They erased everything. In that very year, they gave Munah the Nobel Peace Laureate. And the George Weah you know as a friend. The question now should be directed to him if you know him as a friend. He was the head of state. He was the head of the party. He was everything. And because we know who he is, he cannot be Unity Party. That's what distinguish us from the Unity Party. So if you say you know George Weah and you asking this question, that's why I say you gotta be realistic. Because it is not Dubai who preside over the party. It's not Dubai who preside over the state. It was the George Weah that you know. And the George Weah that you and myself know became a peace ambassador. The George Weah that you and myself know, when Joseph Boakai and others were buying weapons, he was disarming young children in case. George Weah doesn't have blood on his hands. George Weah is not a vindictive character. George Weah emulates Nelson Mandela. And so Unity Party is Unity Party. That's why our party philosophy is based on grassrootism. The hooliganism in Unity Party, you cannot make us to be Unity Party. That's what set us apart. And if Unity Party believes by being arrogant is what will give them power, for us, it's not about power. It's about what the law says. That is what distinguishes them from us. You behind Donald Trump today. Donald Trump believes in the extremism politics. That's not what the Democrat believes in. Even the very Republican Party and Donald Trump at some point in time, they can default every political individual, every political institution.
I think he is having some issue from his end. But I want to come in on this. And while he come, I'm going to turn the floor over to him. President Weah did not become okay. He's on. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, please.
you can just brush over it. I don't. We got to stay long. Just ask my quite a question.
Yeah. So I think Oduwayu is on, but his network. So when we get him, he will come in. But let me just say this, my brother, to you.
Mm-hmm.
President Weah did not become president in order for him to be able to witch hunt anybody. President Weah did not become president because he wanted to pay debt, or the Liberian people said to him, "Go and pay debt." Honorable Doba, you are on. Continue,
Yeah, are you
sir.
getting me? Are you
Yeah,
getting
we
me?
are getting you now. Yeah,
Yeah, so
you
Jake, in
froze for me.
conclusion, I'm calling your name not necessarily, but many people think we are weak. No, we have our ideas, philosophy, and principles. Our party was built on the tenet of liberal democracy. Power to the people, not power from the people, not extremism. When Joshua made Nelson Mandela and Nelson Mandela blessed him, he blessed him on the premise of what Nelson Mandela stands for, not what Joseph Boakai stands for. So as much as these people lay their life down, they are matter of our party. We came to party, we came to governance to reconcile the country. Joshua did just that. If Unity Party is destroying it, it will not make us to destroy it. That is my conclusion on that, Jake. That doesn't make us weak. It is our
Okay, I'm so weak. I just
and
saying
that is
why it never happened.
yeah. No,
Okay,
why it never
so
happened is because we have an icon whose political ideas is not based on dividing the country. That's why we love him. That's why we follow him.
so to come in on this from our end, Jake, like I was saying from the very inception, President Weah did not come to the presidency in order to be able to, witch hunt anybody, or to be able to, kind of like use his power to dig out wounds. One of the main issue for which Liberians voted for President Weah in mass was because they saw all of these political leaders and saw that these people, one way or the other, they had a hand in their suffering, in their misfortune, in their carnage, in the mayhem. So President Weah was chosen in 2017 as one of the best men to be able to unite the people. Somebody who can cement the wound, somebody who can be able to, try to heal the wound, somebody who can reconcile people, not only from the 12 years that the Unity Party was in government, but I mean, judging back from, I mean, pre-war. Because remember now, one of the challenges we had under the government of the Unity Party was not uniting the people, was not reconciling the people. To the extent Madam Ellen Johnson herself confessed it. She said, for her part, forgiveness was a serious issue. She could not even forgive. And she said reconciliation was something that was very, very, she did not, she confessed and said that they did not really do much in reconciling our people. And Liberia at the time was craving for this issue of reconciliation, for this issue of peace, and for the issue of unity, that people could sit around the table to heal the wounds. So when President Weah became president, his agenda was not to immediately start to, to run after people, to do this, to do that, and rest of it. But first of all, to be able to bring Liberians around the table. Look, let us sit down. How can we carry this country together? How do we want to do it? Why it is true that I am the president, but you have a stake into it. So what can we do? And based on these different conferences and these different interaction that President Weah had, remember he had when he took over, he had meetings with political parties. You can remember that meeting that that didn't want. He had meeting with political parties. He had meeting with the marketeers. The videos are all here. I can show the video. I get all the videos. He had meeting with the marketeers. He had meeting with the students. He had meeting. I mean, with almost everybody. And what was really the cardinal, or what was, repeated in all of those meetings, was to see how best he can unite his people, was to allow people to sit on the table, create that environment that will be conducive, will be peaceful, and then at the end of the day, Liberians will subsequently decide what to do. But more besides, like Honorable Doga, you said, the Unity Party was there for what? For good 12 years. Within a 6-year period, they were able to establish a team, and according to them, they said they carry on investigation. All of the traces, our Liberian society, that is not even sophisticated. When you get case today, you carry to the court. The next day, you can pay somebody to go to your file from there. I've seen it before. It has happened. They go to your file, probably look around, say, but we can see the man file, we can see the man this and other thing. These people, because they were in the system, they destroyed the very, very system. They destroyed the very system. Evidence were all destroyed. They destroy evidence.
Okay, I get
And
it.
as unsophisticated as our system is, to be able to get this information, it's very difficult. Can you imagine, even now, in this day, age, and time, people are still using archaic system. You go to court or you go to and you go to police station, they say, as my man, you got bad people. You got bad people for us to read. They are not even documenting these cases on a kind of system, or they don't even have computer. But right, how it's supposed to be. They should have a kind of database. Once a case is reported against somebody, it's reported in the system. Today in the Western world, even when you have a police incident, it is immediately recorded in the people's system. 20 years after, my brother, you can rake it out. You can bring it out and say, oh, I remember, Prince, somebody carry case against you. Whether he was guilty or not guilty, they will be able to at least joke it out in the system. Today, in this developed country, people are still looking at cases from 40 years ago because the system is there. They have them in a database as compared to us.
Yeah, you're right.
So these were some of the issues, and that's why you saw when President Weah became president, his focus was, let's develop our country, let's create a conducive environment, let us build our security, because when these things are there, then we can go to the next step. We can leave from 1, we jump straight to 100. It got to be, a step. And like you said, you know him. He's your, with no disrespect, but he's your friend. Hey, he's your buddy. You know that he's not that kind of person that is vindictive. The first thing he will want to do is to ensure that the environment is calm. Even if you will look at somebody's face to say, my man, you wrong. You know him. Look at somebody and say, my man, you wrong. You right. The first thing you will want to do is to make sure that there are calm, or there is a peaceful environment before we all sit around the table and say, oh, man, the did man, not correct. You did the man, not correct. So, based on that, that who, our president is. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, it's good. It's
So,
good.
thank you. So, I want to go straight into our issue, and I want to start this from our brother Randolph. Randolph, I know that we just have this recent issue which we'll talk about. But my first question to you is, how do you rate this particular government? You were in government. Oh, okay. You were in government. You worked. You saw the 2 years of President Weah in the midst of COVID-19, where the world was completely shut down. Things were just upside down. I mean, in the space of 2 years. But His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah was able to carry on his developmental agenda. He was able to unite his people. He did not fall short on those promises that he made to his people. 2 years in this particular regime, where are we with our country? Are we better off now than it was 2 years ago under the Weah regime? Or are we worse
So
off? Yes,
yeah,
sir.
but Prince, the question has answered itself. Firstly, yeah, the question has answered itself. Are we better today? Did you listen to the presidential press secretary Kula Fofana's statement?
Definitely. And we may play.
Yeah. So that question, let me put it in context. Today you have Sir Joseph has formed a new political party. Today you have Musa Bedede has formed a new political party. I got an intelligence that Creighton Duncan is about to form a new political party. When you find so many people forming political party when a particular government in power, it suggests disenchantment. It suggests that things not being on course. It suggests difference with the government and the government failing on its basic promises. Today you see basic commodity prices are going up, skyrocketing. Since the inception of this government, prices keep going up, but people's salary do not go up. Since the inception of this government, students are protesting on the mass. Since the inception of this government, people that were serving as breadwinner for their homes, motorbike riders, keke riders, pimping boys, marketeers down Waterside, who were legally, seeking ends meet for their family and their community. These people are no longer in the space to provide food for they and their family. It's not me. It's everywhere. Things are getting difficult. When we're in school those days, quizzing, they say when you came add, do not subtract. So they tell you don't boost the bill. If you don't know how to complete that question, don't boost the bill, because when you boost the bill, you're minus from the team. What Joseph Boakai is doing, he's minusing. He hasn't added anything different. No new roads have been built. Don't tell me you're building roads. Don't tell me quarrying is there, because every time during the last few years, rainy season will see enough, edit season, and then dry season, there is a challenge. Things are just the way they are, and they have even gotten worse. See the rest price. Today you say you increase, you decrease rest price, but only the wholesale price. But in the market, mountain wide doesn't buy in wholesale. So things are worse off than they are. Mr. Boakai has formed new institutions every day. The ones that they can't even take pay on time now. You got different new organization institutions being formed. He just formed the Carbon Market Authority, and few institutions to give his boys job. That's what Mr. Boakai is doing. Nothing has changed in the context of business social services. The bread and butter issues of the day still skyrocket. They talk about harmonization. Today, harmonization still remains. Nothing has changed in the context of, just fight against corruption. Today, generator belonging to this guy called Munah makes $3,000, while an average director goes home with less than $2,500 after a tax deduction. Nothing has changed, my dear brother, Prince Sherry and Jake. The country has retrogressed dramatically under Joseph Boakai. The country has been beclouded by untold suffering, chronic poverty, malnutrition, bad governance, jungle justice, lack of the rule of law, and myopic governance system. That is what our country is confronted with today. Nothing has changed in this country. What has changed is Joseph Boakai outlook. That is what I can point to as a tangible change. What has changed is that Joseph Boakai's wife goes on Tumu and Shane and uses $100,000 United States dollar card and buy and shopping for herself. That is what has changed. What has changed? Joseph Boakai said he was living on loan. Today he flies private jet everywhere throughout the 4 cardinal points of the world. That is what has changed. What has changed is that Joseph Boakai's children, Jojo, Tantam, they go on the yacht in the Arab war, chartered nightclubs, chartered oceans, and they have girls in multitudes from the Caribbean. They go and have fun time, use taxpayer money. That is what has changed. What has changed is that Kush was what they campaigned against. Kush was the so-called judge in the country. Today you have spark and kill. So it has been upgraded from Kush to spark and kill. People are dying from drugs. Young people have been killed in multitudes. That is what has changed. What has changed is that in the last 6 years, people used to protest and they gave them food, they gave them water. To red light, people have been displayed. That is what has happened in this country. What has happened in this country is the disappearance of people. Look at the AFL officer from the barrack that should be the most secure place in the country, the barrack that should be seen as a beacon of hope in the context of safety, peace, and security. You have an AFL personnel getting missing. Nobody can account for him. These are changes that we have seen, changes for the elite. Joseph Boakai today, he does whatever he wants. He has 10 million homes in 4 years. That is what has changed. The hegemonic change that benefits the few elite up there, not a holistic change that benefits the downtrodden masses. So, my dear brother, Prince, Sherry, and Jake, in a context of vertical social mobility, vertical change to affect the people, it is infinitesimal, it is marginal, it is like it is a nano step. You cannot quantify it, but what you can quantify is the excessive. It's the excessive of the governance, bad governance. You have the free poll. Taxes have skyrocketed. Doing business is difficult, according to the United States Department, not me, the U.S. State Department report. You know, business climate has been deplorable because of corruption, because of lack of system. Police corruption has increased. Police brutality, rape has increased astronomically. Nothing has changed to benefit the people. Things have changed to benefit the system. And Joseph Boakai is a captain for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Dogbayu. My brother Jake, you've been around. You was around. 2 years in His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah government, as compared to the 2 years of Joseph Numa Boakai government. Joseph Numa Boakai is now in his 3 years. What has changed? Are we better off? Are things okay? Let's hear from you, sir.
Prince, I want to make all laugh here. What? Why you compare years, 2 years? Prince, nothing changed. Nothing changed. The Unity Party came through lies. And the government through lies. Prince, nothing changed. Prince, when something will change, the followers here, something will change. Let's look at every country when you come to power. They can look at your 100 days. Joseph Boakai promised the Liberian people, no car will issue anymore, no children will share in the street. 100 days. Now, the what today now, 600 days of Joseph Boakai, the whole country turned upside down. Rule of law being broken. So nothing, as W said, nothing changed. Prince, it's laughable for you to compare this, It said nothing changed, and nothing will change. I tell you, nothing will change just now. The president has traveled about 19 to 20 times. He just came back recently again. He just came back yesterday or last night, whatsoever. Nothing changing in the country. Nothing is changing. No signature project. The bread and butter issue they always talking about. What the Unity Party used to be on, the bread and butter. You don't see none of them talking on it again. You don't see inflation on Gafon. If you can look at a few things to govern the country, to know that the country moving upward. The security is deplorable. The witch hunting everybody down to journalists. The first thing, look at our health sector. Look at our health sector, deplorable. The economy is in the toilet. The reality, inflation, high inflation. We spend millions of dollars to import for goods and services. We don't even Liberia rated among the hungry country in Africa. We are among the hungry country in Africa. Go to the index. Go to that statistic. We are among this country that can get hungry. Now me ready. Go. This smart guy. Why can talk about Africa? We are among this country. We get low IQ. So nothing changed. Nothing will change now, Prince. We're telling you here, nothing will change. The man is not in control of the country. And moreover, Prince, you're lucky or not, no money. The country is broke. The United Party cannot find money. Try me just give you one, let me just lay something up. When Trevor came to power, he knew taxpayer money and the natural resources. He built over 530 kilometers of roads. 530 kilometers of roads from taxpayer money and our natural resources. What Boakai didn't want? They want to build 255 kilometers of road, but they won't take loan. When I tell you the country bro, you must listen to me. When I tell every time I push in, I can challenge anybody to come on the platform, that debate about the USA Liberia rich. So we are spending our taxpayer. How you manage? And they say we are corrupt. And they say our corrupt government. You spend taxpayer money in the natural resources we have. You pay 530 kilometers of roads, freedom road whatsoever, total on our taxpayer. Then you want the United Party platform that they say they want to pay 255 kilometers of road, but they want to take they want to take millions of dollars loan. Who that loan will go for will fall on the next generation of children. How the president manage? Was he playing magic? You know, the people come to power now, they were all also causing law. They don't know how Java was managing our country, paying university free, wires. Increasing medical doctors and salary from $700 to $800 to $2,000. the University of Liberia, what's professor and lecturer, and we're not making huge amount of money. How we manage? Because we have genius. We have those are surrounding the Samuel D20. They listen to the World Bank. They listen to IMF. That's why we brought about harmonization. And the cause no harmonization, I dare the United Party to say they can erase harmonization. That whole government will crumble. I challenge Gafwan. Tonight, I can question me. If the guys are real smart. Then when somebody to one debate and one wish home, it was somebody to how he managed. Took our economy. So I told you were inheriting a broad nation, a broad economy. Ono Ellen Johnson said it when they gave power at the capital building. It's a first sonner. Don't go to that video. I'm inheriting a broad nation and a broad economy. How they turn it around? Because the smartest those that surround the president. Now I look at the United Party and it says dummy sedition. They are the low IQ people ever to govern our country like the United Party. The president has traveled 23 places, country all around the world, met leaders upon leaders. Yeah, he come back to the country. He that come back. What you not bring to the country? Nothing. Travel keep from the Arab world where they were causing no air. Another one AR video, that let you a real video. You want to see real video from the Arab world. Go look at his speech. That Arab on the RRA. What he said to the people. Dipping tax. That what we can make here. That dipping tax. They see Arab world. We get the Bobono Hospital. We get the PHP Park. So please, do not compare. That why the United Party cannot win debate here. They can never. The only thing they will do, they will insult. They will wish on people. But reality will come on the table to argue with these people. The zero. Nothing is delivering. Nothing going on in the country. Please look at the country. Inflation. Take microphone today, go ask the people. Like my question I ask them, are you better off now than the George Weah? That's the question of the Liberian people. Let's take our political hat. We pledge allegiance to the Republic of Liberia. We all Liberians. Are you better off now? Nothing working for them. When I tell you this, we are being blackballed. You will never believe it. You think you're going to France and get something? You think you're going to the Arab world and get something? When you wish something, one of the greatest, one of the guiding ball, the global elite now. The United Party, they're joking, eh? They gotta fight hard. Nothing working for them. So that comparison, how you compare? No. They own no water. The economy is only in the toilet.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. My people, to answer this question, I want to play 2 videos. And probably they are the ones that are going to answer. I mean, the common people. But first of all, I want us to start from the press secretary to the president. And let her give us the answer to this question. Where are we now? With all of the money that Mr. Boakai has used to travel, his travel budgetary allotment has increased. And he has traveled almost all over. Nowhere he has not gone on this particular group. Let's listen to the press secretary. What is she saying? Are they really making progress? What is happening? Because remember now, yesterday, when they were in opposition, they said when President Weah travel, he's supposed to come with money bag on his head. He's supposed to be coming with money bag. Anytime President Weah travel, immediately upon when he come in, the plane will be fought with how you call the thing with different things. That's what they said. That was the measure they used to be able to measure the success of government or president's travel. Even though we saw what President Weah did in his first 2 years. But today, what are they saying? Let's listen to them. I don't want you to believe us. I want to play this video and I want you to listen to them. I will play the first video from the press secretary. Kula Bana for fun. When a president, let's listen to her. I want her to listen to our sister Kula. They're listening.
That when a president travels, it doesn't mean you're going to a place to bring bags of money and say, oh, we're coming back with here is 5 million in this other bag, it's 10 million in this other bag, let's distribute it. That's not how it works. When you travel as a government, as a president, you engage in key partners. I just talked to you right now about the president's engagement in France, meeting the president and his engagement in the UAE. Those engagements will yield fruit. In fact, they're talking of employment opportunities where young Liberians can travel to the UAE and get trained.
So let me play this again, my people. I want you to listen. This time now that UAE can be able to provide employment for Liberia now. Liberia will leave for Liberia.
Yeah, that
But I
visa
want
they
you to
want
listen.
now, or that visa they want now.
Let me play it for the second time, and I want you to listen. I'll play the other video. I want you to listen to this
Oh
again.
my God.
That when a president travels, it doesn't mean you're going to a place to bring bags of money and say, oh, we're coming back with, here is 5 million in this other bag, there is 10 million in this other bag, let's distribute. That's not how it works. When you travel as a government, as a president, you engage in key partners. I just talked to you right now about the president's engagement in France, meeting the president and his engagement in the UAE. Those engagements will yield fruit. In fact,
so let me move this from here. And let me play the second one from the people themselves.
We understand. They rescue the one a million rescue. The one the first people you know. Show me a million rescue. To save somebody. The million rescue. To deliver you from something, take you from something. So you are a poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue the million rescue. That will can't help me while eating the water. But you don't forget to tell you the water. You can't put one making the water back to kill on money. You know they get people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in Joseph. I even make 1,000 a lot. I even make 500 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Baga. What will be our result next year? We wouldn't even 1 year. What will be our result the following year? Okay, thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name? My name is Patience Manor. Patience Manor. You selling the market here? Yes. I'm selling it. Yes. I'm selling it. I give you no market. I'm just son. I follow for Yancy son. You follow for the market? You see son? I see food called a food press. The way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another press. When you come, you buy a different press. So the money I can put it back on my. Also, the money you carry to the cold storage. They put it back on my. Very rich. How much for the face? You buy snapper 14,000. What is to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buy it for 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say you keep to rescue us. But the rescue that you're doing that we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not bringing nothing to us again.
Now, I'm going to move this, fellow Liberians, and let's bring it here. When we tell you these things, you don't believe what we are telling you. So we bring the voices of the people. You're listening to it. You're listening to Kula Fufana. Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, you want to play Kula again?
You want me to play her again?
No, it's okay, but
okay.
Kula
go ahead.
It's my good friend and sister.
No good friend Benaya. No good friend Benaya calling spade or spade.
Get a man a chance. Go ahead.
I know Kula very personally. We went to school together, and I'm her chairman. We from the same party on campus. But I'm a little ashamed for that statement she made. And the reason why I'm a little ashamed is because I know Kula, she can do better than that. First thing, the statement, let analyze the statement. The statement in yourself, you come, journalist asking you, nobody even ask her about money business. The fact that she even when the work of the president is not to bring money in bed, that's arrogance, that chick. That being arrogant. That's a tone that suggests that she's not accountable to what the people want to hear. To say you're leaving me a bag of money the president bringing, who expect the president to go out and bring bag of money? So to even get to that reference, the context, the tone, the posture of that statement, all in its component is arrogance. It is unfortunate that the presidential press secretary will not make a statement that seeks, to clarify. Now, if the president's role is not to bring money in bed, why will he be bringing job? So it's a role to bring job and you can bring money. What can translate into money? Is it not job? So that's contradiction, that's arrogance, that inconsistency in that statement. Matter of fact, had John Weah made that statement, there will be no 14 military hospital. Had John Weah made that statement, there will be no Bapolu hospital in Bopolu City. You know how many people have been hired, how many businesses improved because of that construction in Bapolu. The local businesses, because when they put our towing sand, they were working from the Arab war, they were Liberians. Those that were towing water, the local laborer, when the construction was being built, the cement that were purchased, they didn't take it from anywhere, they took it from local cement dealers. The steel raw, it was ready from certain brother Liberians are working there. Those selling food around that place when the construction was ongoing, the local economy were booming. The zinc, the nail, and everything that comes with building equipment. John Weah did not make that statement. He made sure investment comes in, and when investment comes in, businesses will flow, people will get higher. So when they say what the president brings, it's not to say the president did not bring money. To say he did not bring money, that's arrogance. She was off track, and I'm a little ashamed for her. I don't expect that statement from Sister Kula. To say, you know, did anybody ask you whether the president bring money? Well, most of the time when president travel to engage. The president travel is to mainstream the country interest, and that interest must have corresponding dividend back home. But if you travel and you only come back with motorcade pictures, you come out with your deputy minister having Photoshop, that makes no impact. Then the president should not have just gone. If that's just for, you know, bilateral engagement, the foreign minister could have done that. Because the president he goes with state security. Those security, they got international clearances that make them to carry a weapon under the Interpol arrangement. All of these things are breading on the state. They are breading on the state to go with security, with private jet. And you just name it, and the president have to be in conjunction with whoever he designates to run the state. It places breading on the functionality of the state. And so if the president is traveling and it's not going to bring any immediate burden, dividend. We are a tier war country. We came from Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is heavily indebted poor country. So when you get that tag on you, every time you travel, there must be a dividend back to your country in the context of employment, in the context of bilateral financial dividends, whether it coming directly or indirectly. President Weah went to Europe. What happened to France? 10 million euros for youth empowerment. He didn't throw the money in bed and bring it back. Of course, President do not throw money in bed. It comes back to, swift arrangement and wire transfer and some other engagement. So to say the president did not come back with money bed, that insult to that particular journalist and the Liberian people. I just wanted to highlight that point.
Thank you so much, Honorable White. Let's go to our brother Jake. My brother Jake, you listening to?
For me, I would take it. I know that W friend in this, whatsoever connection they have. Me, I don't care. Me, I will go. I will call it spade or spade, and I here to sugarcoat nothing. You see, this is the particular woman you show. She arrogant, and in that statement of frustration, we man followers here. These are the so-called women that used to wear black clothes. You know, the native people, children then that suffer to go to school, that parents found it for them. When they achieve certain type of education, they believe they elite, they're better than the other people. Let me remind followers here. They pull out for fun, press secretary. You remember Prince? And the woman was saying, Joseph Baga will not dedicate no small project. You remember? Joseph Boakai would never dedicate no small project. They probably will do the PP project. These are the arrogant type of women in the country. And then women that were wearing black for Gura Musu scarf. The so-called idiot, when the black clothes are wearing now, they're falling down now. The mask is up. They off their faces. That reality setting in now. 2 years into the presidency. What the other one allow the yellow machine? I know what needed. What can Jordan? Then they get another one. That the so-called native people children here. I will call it like that. They don't see the better than the other people children there. That these are the bunch of women who call CDC women there. The illiterate, the days where they found George Weah. You sound like anybody within you with the CDC or like affiliated with George Weah, your son. Now what I tell them, that days are numbered, that days are over. We down here and one in the Western world now. The native people used to look down upon up. We all in Paris, we in Las Vegas, we in Berlin, we shopping, we drinking, we doing everything. We doing everything when you are not thinking on. The sky is our limit. The sky now is our limit. We the native people children are kids from the slum. I don't see any kind of stupid children and talking. Let me tell you, they need to look down on people. They look down on our women there. They look down on other people there because they were to the bottom. They're fighting to grow up. Who are they? If you check some academic credentials, not 100% correct. Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you, she's arrogant, like all of frustration. They're traveling all around. Let me educate the fans here tonight. I went to the United Arab Emirates to talk about UAE. It comprises of 7 different places. It gets 7 different leaders. Let me tell these people, when they hear Dubai. I don't know which place the president went. I know he went Dubai or Abu Dhabi. They get different emirates. That's what they call it, emirates. That different leaders. If the people don't know about that Dubai, I would educate people, with make people to go to Dubai for school. I went there with Qatar, I went Dubai, I went Qatar with the former president. I went Dubai, I went a lot of places. Let me tell you, emirate, different, ask anybody, fact check me here, at different places, different leaders. That's why I want to see video. Now, they forget about American visa now. Now they're talking about, they're looking for where Anna Collaborator goes study in Dubai. Number of people in Dubai, Prince. Number of people in Dubai. The whole world, all the people from the continent of Africa are in Dubai. Dubai is tough. You can find job. Go see India. Huge millions Indian community, Pakistani. The African even get changed there. Go see the labor job they're doing it. You can, while Dubai speaking English before you go study what in Dubai. You think you can study Dubai for free, maybe 5 people or 10 people? Do you think Dubai a place to that Dubai for the rich? When you hear Dubai for rich people. Downtown, who dare to go live in downtown Dubai? You get money for downtown Dubai? They will not start lying to people. We have to fact check them. She frustrated. The frustration that why she arrogant. Why she when job is your car why he pray that they won't eat, that they pack will eat, all of them were making that statement. I told you, Prince. I'm saying it again. It's tough on the Unity Party. We come in 10 years. Washington 10 years. 2026 to in the middle 2027. Eh? For we start resigning. All of people start resigning from the Unity Party. You mark this video. I will never come here and talk it. By 2027, they will jump shit. They know the country is in disarray. The president is not in total control. That's why I say they travel from Dubai or what's in the UAE. I won't know where they travel to because I break it down who the president met. They get 7 emirates, 7 different leaders in Dubai. That's what they call UAE, United Arab Emirates. Different states. But I won't break it down because I will tell you how it started, how that desert then changed. I know I went there I went there 2 different occasions. I still on there. I know about the whole history. I know who job we are connected to in Dubai. I mean, another Arab Emirates. I know who he affiliated with. So they frustrated. Nothing coming from there. They've been hustling all around the world. That's why when the general they asked them, they said they deep in tax. So the whole United Party broke. That's why in an arrogant phone now, she answering at Dubai, said she answering generally said, oh, the president cannot, you know that president cannot throw money in bed, but the job we are telling you will put your feet to the fire, everything he will bring as he arrived. What you do, he did the one. When you come from the airport, where you did it happening today now. I think what the president said, fire for fire. Fire for fire. So we're not letting them rest. No. The particular year they will govern that country. Georgia getting the presidency. Let they govern. Let they change everything that this particular men were not doing. Propaganda not working anymore. Propaganda not working.
No, never. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
I think Prince got to print that in a video right now. Probably he having internet problems, so we gain. So you gain. So I know you went to school with her.
I'm right here.
He's right there. He's right there. Yeah.
There are a few things that I want to open our people eyes on, and I want for our people to understand. Who invited Joseph Numa Boakai to the UAE? That's the first question I want for our people to ask.
Good question.
Who invited him?
He
Okay.
want to walk up, but nobody invited him. Joseph Boakai went to walk
Good
about.
question.
He wanted to do.
Thank
He
you.
wanted to do
Yeah, good
treatment.
question.
Nobody
So
invited Joseph Boakai.
Yeah, what he went for?
Nobody invited Joseph Boakai.
we
The man wanted
saw
to
in
walk up.
we saw the communication from France. According to them, we saw
Yes.
it on the executive mansion website that he was invited by the
Yeah.
president of France. That's what they said. But the UAE, who invited him there?
Hmm.
Who invite Joseph Numa Boakai to the UAE? You see how these people are using your resources and leaving you in abject poverty, leaving your hospitals without any medical, how you call, or whatever. You see what is happening there? You see what is happening? Nobody invited him. You know,
Wow.
a rough, let's say the Liberian way. It's so rough on Joseph Numa Boakai until he makes it away now. He going one place, just going to the poor place and say, let me go on this side. Maybe something will work there for me. Let me come on the other side. Maybe something will work there for me. A rough. To the extent that he's going to places that he is not even being invited to. You are not even invited. Okay, you can do that. So you are not even invited there because you don't just jump out to go to people's place. The last time these were the same very people that were saying, why am I president? We are look to the extent that do you know that people drove Joseph Numa Boakai out of the UAE? That people that don't play phone, they drove him
Wow.
out of there. Yes, they drove him out of there.
Yeah.
They told him,
Don't
said, we are
invite that
sorry,
cat.
Mr. President. We are sorry. We can't give you the kind of time that you need. There are protocols here. Yeah, we do, but we can't. Y'all see any kind of thing like Joseph Numa Boakai coming, like that normal diplomatic, entry to the country or whatever. You saw it. Let the
No.
Unity Party show us a video. Let them show us a video. The people, in fact, they even said when they were even Joseph Numa Boakai went there on a picture gallery. That's what he went there for. To prove that I can go to UAE because President Weah went to UAE and we saw what happened. Bapolu today is the evidence of what's happening from the UAE. No, it's not something that I'm making up. Let it back the Emery Hospital in Bapolu County that is today serving 3 counties. In fact, we're 1 country, 3 county with another country. You're talking about the whole Western cluster, the whole Western bloc. That Emery Hospital is serving them. Do you know that people are leaving from Sierra Leone and coming to that particular Emery Hospital for treatment? Oh, yes. I get people that are working there. I get friends that are working there. I get about 4 persons that are working to that place there. 4. Some are different people and other things. There are people leaving from Sierra Leone, I say Sierra Leone, and coming to that particular hospital there and taking treatment to that UAE. So we saw the physical evidence. We saw tangible of what President we have brought in. Today, look at what happened at the PHP park, areas that he traveled, etc., etc. Look, Kula Fofana is a frustrated girl who, at the end of the day, she feels very, very bad that nothing is happening, and now she step in. You know, we're much younger. When your men put you to the position, when they put you to the wall too much, you get answer and you get in cheek.
Yeah.
Funny question. You get in cheek because you look at it for long, you say, no, they want it back. I can't answer it. Yeah. So you can just get in cheek just so you can escape. So that's what Kula Fofana did. You can see that, look, a rough on these people. These people are only going for what we call the paradigms. That's what they're going for. No, don't open it, drink it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. So at the end of the day, she is seeing that no way it can happen for her. Things are not happening for these people. Can you imagine? You are not even invited to a location, but you jump on, you talk plane, you go there. You see, when you pull a squanderer into an opportunity, a position of opportunity, see what can happen? You know what it means for plane to even land in the UAE. That country, they're almost like a country of accomplished people, so to speak. Let's just put it this way. People we can see going out, suppose you can go there for enjoyment. I know the poor guy, there are people there, who are the wealthy, but most people, millionaires can go to that place to enjoy themselves. Go there for 1 week. When you go there for 1 week, what are you talking about? To just go down there for 1 week. I don't know about both spend yet, but then go there for 1 week. You know what you're talking about? Especially a leader of another country. For your plane to even land on our people's soil, you know what you're talking about? For your plane to just land, you know how they put making their money? With the exception of the oil and stuff that they have, you know how they're making their money? They're making some of their money through tourism. That's how they're
Yes.
making their money.
Major.
That's one of the ways that they're making their money.
Yeah, tourism. Yeah.
Tourism, people go there, you go enjoy yourself. That place is a complete place of enjoyment. That's why you see down there, anybody can open company down there. They have some flexible, there are some things we're not talking here, but there are plenty of things happening there. Plenty things happening down there. That place is a place of flex. So just like Numa Boyka, he said that man already he sit down for long, look at they see you. Well, man, already it is somewhere around here. Oh, I can't go. I will not go visit the player. They play here where people give me the free plane while passing around with. Y'all go straight to UAE. Yeah. So who invited Joseph Numa Boyka to UAE? That's the question we should be asking. Who invited him there? It was given a risk. Why, if he were there, something happened to that plane? You see, my people, you see how these people are treating us? You see how they are taking us to be? So Kula Bana Fofana is confused. In fact, when Joseph Numa Boyka himself was asked, they were so frustrated. Joseph Numa Boyka look at the whole thing for long. My people are begging you. You're leaving the whole thing. You go strengthen tar. That tar business, you go strengthen. If President went to those areas, you people condemn and say all kinds of foolish things. Today, now we are asking Joseph Numa Boyka where you went to do to France, where you go do to UAE. Joseph Numa Boyka say, my people, you're leaving Suma begging you. You give me chance. You give me chance. Reply, I go straight in that. No, I don't want you to believe it. Let me play some of this clip for you to hear it. Let's play some of this clip so that you people can be able to hear what are some of the things that it's just so frustrating, but a good I will play it. So, people, I want to play something here from Joseph Numa Boyka, and I want you to listen to what Joseph Numa Boyka told the Liberian people. After spending your resources, denying the hospitals, and all these other areas, let's listen to what Joseph Numa Boyka told the Liberian people about his travel to the UAE. Let's listen here small. I'll bring you the video.
Yeah, this is the arrival. Yeah.
So welcome.
Air France to Liberia. How soon do we expect that?
I can promise that.
With your counterparts, how important?
Okay,
My
so
name is
let me.
Pastor Talu. Welcome back. Welcome to the media.
You hear me now? Liberia, I want you to listen to Joseph Numa Boyka, the man who we gave all of our resources to, the man who's supposed to represent our country. Remember now, we having the foreign affairs minister. Basically, the foreign affairs minister explained the program, the policy of the president. The foreign affairs minister is the one who is used to be able to also strengthen the tar of Liberia in foreign nations, because they speak the mind of the president. They are the direct representation of the president. They are with the president 24/7. They understand the president plan. They understand his vision, and etc. etc. The president may not have the time to be in all of these countries. That's why they get all of these ambassadors there. You think once you have your embassy in a country, that embassy is responsible to strengthen the tie of your country with that particular country, to be able to interact there on your behalf, to represent you, to ensure that they can be able to put up programs that will attract investors in your country. You don't necessarily, as a president, have to be there in person, but you are there through your ambassadors. So the thing the ambassador will be doing, about just confuse the government is the most confused government, yeah. The thing that ambassador will be doing around the world, what just like my brother doing. But let's listen to him. Listen to the Papie here. One tell you say the man useless, you say no, a lying. Hey, but you're listening.
Talu, welcome back to the country, Mr. President. You did visit the United Arab Emirates and France and held discussions with your counterparts. How important are those discussions to Liberia's growth, Mr. President?
Important to the extent that they were reassuring, and some of the discussions were.
You hear that word, reassuring? So Liberians were already assured of this country progress of their own relationship. You went there for reassurance. Yeah, listen, your people. What?
Discussions were even beyond what we had expected.
But listen to the man's voice. It's so weak. You can see him struggling to talk, struggling for the voice to come outside.
In
you
Dubai, but then also in the capital. discussions were very, very good.
Okay, Mr. President, Princess Kosiba, and I report for KMTV. So as part of your engagement there in France, you have Liberians who reside there, and then they are pleading with you for the resumption of Air France to Liberia. How soon do we expect that?
I can't promise that, but that's a discussion. We take note of all the discussions that go on when we travel. We don't make promises, but if there are things that we can work on, we take them with. We don't own Air France, so we have to discuss with the authorities. But I think that's what they want to see.
But stop right there,
we
Prince.
just receive it in
No, Prince out of the studio. Just be talking.
Okay,
I think
Mr.
Prince stopped right
President,
there. So,
welcome. You
okay.
met with other
Yeah, no,
folks in
Prince.
the
Not near.
UAE.
You go take care
Can
of
you
something.
tell us?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we stop right there. Yeah, I think you want
No,
to
what I
make an
was saying,
input here.
yeah, what I was saying, when when the person they talk about Air France, you listen to another chick by the president, arrogant statement by the president, to say we do not own Air France. As you remind the journalists, are you telling all that journalists are crazy? The journalists don't know the owners of Air France.
I know.
So to even say we do not own Air France, you know, when people lack wars, when people have no prescription for what is going on, people cannot solve a problem, the result of making reckless statement. How relevant was that statement for the president to say, you know, we do not own Air France? The name has already projected itself Air France. So it is clear that you do not own Air France. The journalist asked a question. Liberians that want Air France to resume. What was the outcome? Is it or the conversation will go, you know, we do not own Air France? That's redundancy. That's cheek. That's dodging the issue, losing footing, and leaving the issue. Must you remind the journalists that you do not own Air France? The whole world knows, even the baby born today. But because Joseph Boakai has no answer to the question, because he's a rude old man, he feels like, you know, the question he not supposed to be asked that. So he say, you know, we not own Air France, so don't ask me that question. That is exactly what he was saying. That rudeness to a citizen.
Rana, the government frustrated.
Definitely, you are right. I think some of these answers that we are getting is a frustration of all of the trips that they went to.
It's a frustration.
They're very frustrated. For the president of the Republic of Liberia to tell journalists, as if the journalists they are not even aware that we don't own Air France. So then, what kind of chick is this? This is just. I mean, it's below the belt of a president. But you can see the consistent chick that is being given from Kula Fofana to the Minister of Information. You see, this whole government, they lack direction. So when you ask them the critical question, guess what happens? They send chick to you because they are not getting their way out. When journalists are asking sincere questions, they can always cheek and give them cheek. They're always asking. They always
defensive. They always defensive. They always defensive. All of them.
Sure.
All of them.
They are on the defensive. They cannot be able to articulate anything that they went for. All that they went for was it was like there was no success in it. You listen to what he said, and let's listen further. This man, he is providing nothing. So why are we spending this money, fellow Liberians? Beyond this old man that you look at his face. How you looking like? That day one person around looking for people that are sick. Look at him, man. Look at how he looking like.
Some important investment that you are cognizant that the UAE will invest in Liberia in times to come, like next year, sir?
Well, there's much talk about the Emirates, Liberia, but also more important to that is investment. And the king said they're going to send a team here that will work with us. I think that even more.
Which one of the king? They get 7 error.
And we believe the chances are great.
Okay, so Mr. President, we know that President Emmanuel Macron did invite you, but the UAE, was there an invitation, sir?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone there. Invitation, not very official, but a channel that we appreciate.
And let's stop here, my people. Time is of essence in anything that we do.
It's not official.
Who carry that? Say, invite, but not official. And you see, they can see Papie, and you see, are you partying around? And you see, who can be telling you? I didn't even know how they generally ask that question.
The general, I know, brilliant question.
So,
You're not invited by Macron, but you're not invited by UAE. Why you went there?
You are been, maybe you may not be, I mean, a practicing diplomat or one who studied diplomacy, but you in that area. You work in government, you know. You were there. You interacted with diplomats. Honorable Doba, you grading this particular, I mean, this few minutes interview with the president, especially hearing the way he is, I mean, putting out cheek from his mouth and the way he is responding from the issue of who invited him to the UAE, etc., etc. What do you make of this? You know, as somebody who has been in the cycle diplomatically, what does this speak
So,
to? Yeah.
Yeah, firstly, you know, I think you made that statement first. For a president of a sovereign state to go and visit another sovereign state on a gentleman agreement to say, you know, it was not that official. You know, the last time where I was in DC, you can remember where I just called you, I said, to the airport, come pick up me. You can remember that time, one time you picked me up from the airport, right?
Definitely,
Prince,
yeah.
you remember, right? Yeah. I remember 4-5 years ago, I was in the DMV, right? I just called you, and you inconvenience yourself that they are inconvenience you, that they are made you to spend your gas, you did not budget for it, that they are made, I take you away from your family and your job. These are the externalities of inconvenience. That's exactly what President Boakai just did here. He embarrasses us as a state by inconveniencing another sitting, you know, sovereign leader of another state on a gentleman agreement. The odd of that is that he jeopardized the security of the state. He put himself at risk because his visit was not planned. So the UAE government did not adequately plan in terms of security, tightening the security system. So he was vulnerable. He could have been killed. And that would have been a diplomatic, conflict. It would have ignited some turmoil in a diplomatic, diplomatic cycle, right? So that's the first thing about going to another state. What was the intent? What did he want to prove? You know, if you wanted to go to the UAE, and at the time France extended you the invitation, you had long term to have arranged, you know, state to state interaction to have gone there. But the real issue is that Joseph Boakai went to the UAE for medication, and we got the photographs. I think you saw the photographs. He was in the UAE because the Arab people have invested a lot into science, technology, and innovation. They got cool hospitals there. So because he wanted to seek medication there, they just did that quick gentleman arrangement, and he went there purposefully, precisely to go and see a medical doctor. But they will not say that. That's why he said, you know, even though not official, because their foreign minister made a call last minute time and said, no, our president is learning here. They got some emergency health issue. That was a real issue, but they will not be fair one day to say this. So what I feel about that is that I feel like the security of our state was gambled. It was left to be vulnerable. Mr. Boakai's stay in France, he could not be accounted for by the UAE authority, and that's terrible for our state. That's terrible, and it makes all to look small. It makes all to look unserious. You know, it's like going to visit your friend. They didn't plan for you. You know what it means? You go visit somebody to their home and they did not plan. You don't know the main capacity. Who in plan for that? They will cook food and give it. So just think about it in your home. Somebody coming to visit you and the person not on your list. Whereas you already send your wife in the market to go and buy food for that day. You plan for an X amount of people. So Joe Boakai president in the UAE was unnecessary. It was an additional burden and expensive that was avoidable. But again, this is Joseph Boakai. He feels being a president is a retirement job. So he's enjoying his retirement job, Mr. Prince and Jake.
It's just sad, fellow Liberians. You are hearing it for yourself. It's just sad that the president himself is confessing. My brother Jake, what do you make of this? I mean, let's hear from you.
Praise. I mean, I will not stay on the topic. I think you said it all. I think the president went on tourism. Yeah. They went on tourism. Probably the president want to see Dubai. Yeah. He want to see the tallest building in the world, or probably they go shopping. So when they left from France, nowhere to go because they later be frustrated. How can you go to France how can you go to the UAE as a president of a nation? You say they not invite you officially. Then when you went there, they probably went on tourism. Then they pull out for fun, and then all these people that surround the president, they went to shopping, they went to see Dubai. It's like a competition. They're taking competition with George Weah. Wherever George Weah went, They say, okay, we're in the presidency now. We have to go there to showcase the Liberian people who were here in France too. We're in Dubai. Maybe maybe they went to America. The same thing. George where met Trump in the first. If he met Trump before Trump left power, later on he met Biden. Then from there, they went to France. They went to France. They went to UAE. Probably next time they will go to Qatar. All the places the president travel, the former president travel. Maybe they own a competition. They don't want to deliver. They don't want to look for money. Yeah, you just traveling that kind of. You just traveling. You taking private. You taking up. If you're going up, if you're going up, you say not official. So as you plane land in Dubai, as you private plane land in Dubai, how much you pay? How much you pay per hour? Oh, but Prince, I went there. Nobody can tell me nothing about our country. Nothing. I went to the Gulf. When they play the Arab Gulf area, I play I've been Qatar, all the places. The only place I fighting to go to Saudi Arabia. And the only place I fighting to go. Yeah, I will go there. Because I will go there. I know my vision, I will go there. So they go to the Gulf nation there. You need to pack your plane, a private plane. Bring Dubai. Ask anybody that bring Dubai. How much are they living downtown Dubai? You think to just pack plane or private plane to Dubai, especially not going on official visit, where they'll give you immunity and other things? You will pay for that. You will pay for your plane when your plane landing. As a president, you got to get security to guard our plane. To guard our plane. That 5 days or 3 days you made that somebody will guard our plane. They will guard our plane for your safety and other things there. So you just go to Dubai unannounced. Probably the president won't trust it, or as our brother say, probably because Dubai no test for a lot of things now, science and other things. So probably go check him. The other than go Dubai, probably they go see about they go check about medical. Everybody can go test that said now. Everybody can go test that said. Not only the president, anybody can go test that said to know how they feel. Yeah, so probably or they go shopping, or they because why you see Prince. If the people are meeting a lot of people, you will see video coming from there. You will see photo coming from there. But why the particular Dubai trip? They were crossing up or the France trip. They were posting all these things, motorcade, all these things, but why they post nothing concerning Dubai? Then get in the turn of the hour, the president come back to Liberia. I don't even know how many days he made in Dubai. Yeah. So they just, as he said, they just want to win there to waste taxpayer money, man. Nothing they can. When I tell you, the people can be, they be a black boy. It's not a joke.
Let me, I saw something general how funny is, a teacher, a biology teacher gave an assignment, and then this assignment was for 15 points. And the teacher said, just name five animals that can live in water. Five animals that can live in water. I related to what's happening to the Unity Party, right? And the student says, name 5 animals that can live in water. So the student, then number 1, frog. And then number 2, frog brother, frog sister, frog mother, and frog father.
No, but I saw that Sheriff. I posted that stuff. I posted that on my day. There were it came from. So I got issue with that teacher because the teacher asked, name 5 things that can live in water. The student say frog, brother, frog this, frog sister, frog uncle, frog this. Then the teacher say the student made 0 or 15. The first day the teacher is wrong because frog lives in water. So if the person he gave 5 questions, the person either made the other one. The person can make 0 or 15. So the teacher, despite him being inconsiderate, he's wrong to get a man 0 or 15 because the man is actually red. So if the other folks don't get ready to, they get ready to. The other than living in water.
Oh God!
This remind me of the government, right? Of the Unity Party government. And this is the kind of government that we are currently dealing with. They are doing nonsense with confidence and expecting that the Liberian people will be excited.
Yeah.
The Liberian people will be happy. Look at what is happening. You left from here, you went to France. The journalists are asking you. We're talking about Air France. Air France will come. He said, we don't want to get Air France. That Air France for me. For me. Air France for me. The people say Air France president saying that they giving the people cheap. Say Air France for me. They ask you about Dubai, UAE. Hey, the people, they don't invite me, but you know, I went there. They invite me stay. That the president of our country, that he don't want talking the tabata, that he don't want talking the kind of things. So they don't the people not invite me, but what to do? I was there. And he laughing to it. He laughing with it. Let's listen to him. That thing is very serious, my people. Y'all listen to this.
I wouldn't have gone there.
But the UAE, was there an invitation, sir?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone there. Invitation, not very official, but
not very official.
Not very official.
It's a lie. And the
very
people can tell us, they men get problem with lying. Then somebody will give you invitation and say, but it's not official. So what is he really saying? Honorable Dubayu?
Wow.
Men are, the men are freedom men are freedom, but boy, they always can lie. Joseph Boakai freedom, but boy, you know what? When they say Labro making answer question at Joseph Boakai, and they say, were you invited? Yeah, but not very. What you saying? It's mutual. It is mutually exclusive. Either yes or no.
Oh,
that
no.
way, no board in our bringing board. Every time Labro members come with board, you know that justification. A cocoa story. And they want to go explain tire.
But why am on notice? You might not notice the president. You look at the guys now behind the president. Look at all of their body language.
Sure, I said everybody frustrated. In fact, when they were walking to even come in, that the place can see the frustration from their faces. Look, you can see that these guys were seriously
no excitement
at all. Look at the faces of these guys.
Yeah,
you were seeing no excitement.
Let me just end my thought on this, right? That's a smart reason, right, Jake, that they decide to say, okay, today we're going in Daffy Nabono because they want to change the narrative. The president have gone and spent millions of dollars out of the country for all those days, with all those interact, eating government money 4 times a day. Nothing to bring back to the country to substantiate or anything to just oppose the essence of the president travel. So they smartly waited until his arrival today. Then
they brought the arrest, they brought the recovery team.
You had 12 cases on your docket when the arrest so-called asset recovery team were formed. Because when they arrested Mirabel and others for it, it wasn't okay. When they said, now the asset recovery committee now has another committee that they can report to. Their report when they think it is necessary before they can publish it. So 12 cases were forwarded to that committee. Only Finabono case and one other funny case came from there because that's the lower hanging fruit. They just want to cause distraction, no evidence. So the real reason why they waited today to have published that is because Joseph Boakai has gone as an SS package on the Liberian people. He went out of the country, brings back nothing because they do not want to justify and make that a discussion point. Blue.
They're the distracting people.
Yeah, that's weak distraction. We can buy into that weakness. We understand all their tactics. Since that committee was funded, the only person they've gone beyond that Finabono. They want to free the test. Now again they come back. So all they do is that distraction because they got nothing to offer. And just watch it. Most of the time when Joseph Boakai travels, he go bring MOU or he go deep in tasks. When he come back and then they can do some kind of thing because they want to distract people.
They calculate a lot. Yeah, they don't distract the Liberian people because they know they were in opposition, they were lying. So they know how to catch the Liberian people. They know there's a godable society. Nobody will be falling for that distraction. Then they brought out the old Joey said to distract the whole country. The internet went for it.
That one not holding. That one not holding. So they decided to use
now they're using a recovery team now to say that team Finabono to distract the whole Liberian people to say the Boakai internet. But it will not hold.
I think from all indication, my people, what we want to say is that you don't buy into the Unity Party lies. They have observed that lower it, don't do it. Go on, sir.
We just no on the studio to be the co-host on the show.
Yeah, at least that should be the co-host. So, Dupo, you the people, Dupo, you can if you look at me, I know about body language. If you read the way they were walking.
They are disappointed. They are
Yeah,
disappointed.
they disappointed. They sent
Yeah.
2 years now. They are the body language. All of them weak.
Exactly. So if, like you say, you can see it from their facial expression. They are very frustrated. In fact, Joseph Newman Boakai himself, the only time that he smiled, which was out of deception because he was being choked with the question, was when the journalist asked him about whether he had an invitation.
Yeah.
I got invitation, but anyway, it was not official. No, any invitation that is extended to another country president is official.
Sure, yes.
It's official. What are you even going to tell a man hello? Are you going to attend? It's official. So you can see that the lies, you can see the lies in Mr. Boakai, right? You can see the lies in Mr. Boakai. That you say, oh, they think it's official, but it's not really official. It's not possible, Boakai. Stop lying to us. Stop lying to us. Even if you are going there for just 2 hours, it's official because you are invited by another official of another government. So why would you come to tell us that it is not official? Not the Boakai saying it's not us. You are hearing it from him.
But Prince, you think the people, right now, you think the people, the surrogate that surround the president, you think that they don't want pushing the president for all the travel trip? Because I know certain people in a corner or certain people that lobbyists or the so-called lobbyists are taking middle. That the United Party think under the bubbles too, man. That somebody lying to them say, oh, Mr. President, you come here, I finish settling things then here. Then when the president go in return, nothing happening. That's not diplomacy work. No. Who can join them? Who can join the United Party? Who the people they get ulcer? Who the point people they get ulcer? For that blocking the president to come here, you meet that kind of people.
Nobody can join them. They can join themselves. It's a group of liars and plutocrats who always like to create fake impression. They are fake people. They set the stage for themselves and they feel they are smart. That's the issue, Jake. You talked about it here before. These boys then who we all went to school in our country, some all do, some of them. But because on the other end, they feel that they're so smart.
Yeah.
This is a stage set by United Party themselves. The comfort themselves. Liars know how to deceive themselves. Fake people, right? There are some people who are just very fake. The United Party, the fake in there is like a disease, deeply tattooed in their DNA. The fake in there is like a disease from birth that has no cure. Wow. If they do not lie, if they do not, honor fake, they can get pleased. Not who do blame in the place, who lied to them to say about yellow machine. They woke up one morning, they went to the port, they say yellow machine. They were bringing in 35 foolish buses. The buses inside, they got faint. Can you imagine? The money will play that video. I got it, we'll send it. In the buses, they brought brand new buses. In
the new Tata buses get faint?
That faint again in those buses.
2025 model, it get faint.
Blue faint in this age and time. Who brings in buses for public consumption that has faint? Are they telling the Liberian people not good for comfort? Joseph Boakai car and get a faint inside. The senators in that country, the cars, they get a faint inside. I said faint. And when you see the chair, well, when you even hit it, it could drop. Money will be the first point of discussion.
Wow, they bust
inside.
But they bust they bust. Let me tell you something. I'm cutting out Dubai. I live in one of the used car country, one of the biggest used car depot in Europe, Belgium. Let me tell you, most of the cars that you can see to our garage, to all our importer places in Monrovia. And let me tell you the secret behind it to the followers there. You might just get a bar car there. They don't fix everything here and put all of them are heavily news car, some of them are accident car. They carry to the garage, they put all these door and things there. They pin it, they post on chair, they put it, then they send it back to Africa.
Money that car will
I think that's the people even lie. Instead of they say 34 buses. Look at how many we counted.
So that's why I wanted to. So I just wanted to tell Jake, nobody lying to these people. They always lying to themselves. They know that 35 buses they were bringing, they can't say the first batch. No batch will arrive. That 35 foolish buses they brought in the country. In fact, if you even go and stay and check those buses, maybe like around 15. The party people can just lie.
So how about the yellow buses? How about the yellow buses in Ghana? It's over now.
So who lied to them? Nobody lied to them.
Wow.
These guys can just they are just dishonest, disingenuous. They're not honest to themselves. That's who they are. Nobody lied to them. They lied to themselves.
No, it tough on the Unity Party. Reality, it tough on them. They are travel everywhere. Nothing
And
working.
someone was telling me, a mechanic from the NTA was telling me yesterday. He said, Prince, mark this word. He said, I'm not saying it because on the other side, or maybe he said, but you know that these bosses, they will not even make complete 3 months and they will break down. So I said, why? He said, I'm a mechanic. I've been doing this for almost about 25 years. The first thing I see that will happen to these bosses will be overheating. He said that's the first thing. Because he said, Sonny, I'm not a mechanic, but he said the material that they use with the bosses, it get heat. What I mean, they should use. He said he was explaining something. He said the kind of material that they use. I mean, the kind of plate or whatever that they use to cover the vehicle. That particular material, it can retain heat. It can draw heat, and not supposed to be like that. He says not supposed to be like that. From what he is looking at, those materials that were used on it, yeah, they get collecting and just put it there. The heat, and Liberia, now that we have entered in the dry season, he said the heat will cause
But
the
but but
engine to
Sherry, it's the
malfunction.
same thing I'm saying. The reason why you see the NR, putting the fan inside because they want some sort of ventilation. They want some sort of ventilation. So when they just install, you can see makeshift installation, poor installation.
Yeah,
The installation is very poor. They put fan, blue smoke. But I said in the chat room, I don't want to play today. We'll play on Monday.
sure, on
We'll play
Monday.
on Monday and we'll discuss and see. Okay, we'll tell them thank you for bringing bosses. But if you think the Liberian people deserve, comfort, if you think the Liberian people are the people who give you power, they are the custodian of power, distributors of power and authority, are you telling me, right, all government officials in that country, from director, from assistant minister, deputy minister, minister proper, commissioners, superintendent, senators, representative, vice president, president, all of these category of people that are listed just now, show me one person whose vehicle got fan installed in it. Why
But
would
that
you
faint thing,
disrespect
a
the
long
Liberian
time
people?
thing, we used to see that thing in car.
In
Long
this
time.
time and period to get fan.
Yeah, because
To
from
get
India,
fan.
the population in India 1.7 billion. So the population still they just face stupid thing for people in India because those are taking the public buses in India, so they don't care. So why they put fan, they want to put air condition inside. So our government went for this kind of buses. These kind of buses we check it out, are they standing up? That the buses where you just be standing holding these things in? Yeah.
In fact, standing holding this, I ain't even looking safe and secure for even standing holding. Don't be surprised one day the car going, it just the whole bottom part just fall down on the street. I would not be surprised. These things will happen. But
For me,
again,
let it give it
my
to the
brother Jake, I
let it
want
give it to
us
the
to
university student. Let it go to the
I want
university
us to learn
student.
on this. I want
Yeah.
us to learn on this. The Unity Party told us or told the Liberian people that job creation would be very cardinal. In fact, that was one of the things the previous government on. Oh, the government not creating job. Even though the government did not cause people to lose their jobs, there were people who were there on their jobs. But this government promised, oh, we'll create job. People will come in the country, there will be investor, blah, blah, blah. We are now in the third year of this government. Even their own partisans are now crying that they have been abandoned. I'm even talking about, let's just talk about a partisan, few handful of people that they've been abandoned. But Boakai is creating job for his chronics, for the people who he feels, should be in their corner. And every day, the executive mansion, what they're good at is appointing. Every day, there's some kind of press release. There's some kind of, how you call something from the office of the president, giving job, giving job, giving
Yeah.
job, giving job. But there is no job. Let's hear from you. What is going on? What is your mind when it comes to this issue of the government even taking job from people? Because the motorcyclists, these people were self-employed. In America, once you get car, one way or the other, you employ. You can ride your Uber, you can ride your how you call, you can do so many things. But they are even taking people from job. You know of what happened to the EPA with almost 700 people.
Yeah.
You know what happened to the WAP program at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, where they put down almost about 200 persons all over the place. Instead of creating jobs, these people are even causing job loss in our country. What's your you concerning this?
Let
And they
me
are even creating a more terrible environment for investors.
let me just say something to the followers here. You'll help to share this video. I will above to close. Prince, the first United Party term, first year, reality. On Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she had almost 60,000 people, civil servant, employed by the government. When the United Nations, all the NGO on the ground. Then when Joe Biden came to power, they added wage bill or they added, let's say, 10 or 15,000 people, something like that. So our wage bill was a little bit high. But they are managing other things, then they harmonize everything. How it stayed that way. When they came back to power, Boakai came back to power, they decided to dance out people. I want to baffle me. You say the wage bill was hard. You brought down people. On Georgia, Georgia was spending $300 million a year. $300 million for salary and expenditure. On that huge amount of people, 80 plus, that's 75 to 80,000 people. Then you came to dance out people, all these numbers. Then how can you dance out all these numbers, Liberian people? Then your wage bill stay high. Now you claim about George wage bill. You pay $315 million a year. How that possible? You wish to everybody, the EPA, people from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, everywhere, for the executive mansion, all these people, you lay them out, people crying in the country. Then how can the wage bill still be high? That's what baffling me. From 300 million with 80,000 people, then 350 million to less people. So what's happening? So in 6 years time, Boakai was spending $1.7 billion, 1.5, 1.6. Where can they find this money? That's why I say that why they struggling, that why they not constructing, that why they not get no signature project in our country because the wage bill is taking everything. That's why I say I dare Gavin his cronies, the so-called clever people in Liberia. You can never change harmonization. Harmonization came for a reason. Harmonization came because the wage bill was high. So that how they harmonize all these pay. So for you to claim on the wage bill again, like the early Joseph for the first time. No, you may let me say early time was a different ball game. United Nations was there, spending $150 million in the Liberian economy, 150 per year. United Nations. Then the people from the West, from remittance, spending $350, so $500 million in the Liberian economy. Then beside the international partners that were helping her, she had $5.something billion in foreign direct investment. So it's a different ball game now. United Nations, everything they pull out of the country. How do I manage? You say now pull out of the country $50 million a year that will solve some problem. These are the things that need to work on to see here. We can get you say money back. That's why I say these guys are smart people. All the laws they cause in the country. Please believe me, I always flagging this thing here. Liberia on the crossroad. The country is hard. The country is stubbornly hard. I got natural resources not breaking in the bacon like before. The iron ore is depleted. Let me tell people here, what are the cost in our riches in Liberia? The iron ore is depleted. The rubber, the timber industry, that's when they call logging company. You cut all your trees, you never plant trees. Our timber industry was $1 billion industry, but not anymore. You cut trees, it takes 10 to 15 years for trees to grow. Without launching things to grow, that big tree you're talking about for launching the bigger in the West. So we are fragile nation in every form. We don't import for goods and services. We spend what $200+ million to import for goods and services every year in our country. They will tell you the University of Liberia deplorable, weak university, no computer in the modern era. Look at our institutional learning in the country. So, Prince, we need the mercy of God. We need visionary. That's why now I say we need to really go to the World Bank, the European Union, the IMF, all the top global elite, the global country there. to borrow a huge amount of money. The Europeans will borrow, everybody will borrow. America owing $30 trillion in debt. So we already see in print, our natural resources can cut everything. You think why Georgia were all in the trenches hustling. So please say it hard for the United Party. When I say the country, it's not easy on them. We've seen them now. The president has traveled 19 to 20 times. The president frustrated. The president is frustrated. He is sorry, getting frustrated. The diehard support of the United Party, they're frustrated. Seriously. Nothing working for them. All the billions they were talking about when they were outside during the opposition time, we get the other one, we get all the connection. We know Wall Street. We get lobbyists in all the places. It was so loud. They just wanted power. Now they're facing reality now into power now. Through power, you govern, you ain't got to lie. The whole responsibility of the nation rests on you people. So it's tough. I'm not talking about drugs. I'm not talking about healthcare system. One of the poorest.
In my conclusion, what I have to say is that look, Kraken don't need blood, my brother. It may only gives what he has. Joe Boakai can he party chairman could not get joy in go protest. Who Joe Boakai can get joy? Party chairman go protest. So we talking about job business is like telling door about family planning. Dog got nothing to do with family planning. If that door is depending on to do family planning, your trust will break down. Because dog got nothing to do with family planning. Joseph Boakai and solving the Brembo issue, they are antipodial juxtaposed. They are in antipodial justice position. It means extreme opposite. They can't meet. So issue about jobs, the Unity Party cannot even, govern themselves, can't even do anything for themselves, their own party. So how will they even provide job for the librarian? But he brought chicken air factory and I'm producing one chicken air. Chicken air.
That he stop? It stop now?
But how many eggs has they produced? Where? That's key. Nothing a beef black.
The price of eggs have even increased.
They have increased astronomically.
And not even on the market.
So everything associated with Joe Boakai has a specific, quality for failure. He has a specific blessing to fail. Joe Boakai, everything associated with him is about failure. So this is what we are. No jobs in our country. The young people are struggling. Joseph Boakai doesn't have the innovation. He doesn't have the connection. And he's not willing to learn. He's not willing to sit on the old multiply the new one. He's consumed by arrogance, lack of understanding, that pride, that false sense of knowing all.
Yeah, that whole group. Yeah, you're right.
If Joe Boakai could just be humble for 1 second, if we could just be humble for 1 second, things will be in place.
Yeah.
The one MCC, the young men who are at the finance ministry who had the formulas that made us to pass the MCC, who pass all of the indicators, they want to dismiss the young men in Washington DC here. There's a formula to succeed. They don't have that formula. Now they are embarrassed. So when you thought Joe Boakai, you thought job is like you say, day and night. Extreme phenomenon, extreme condition, they're not meeting. So that's the point I just wanted to raise with you, man. That's just the point in conclusion.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for always taking the time off. I know it's very busy from your end, but you always make up the time to be here with us. We want to appreciate you and thank you so very kindly. We hope next week to have our brother Wanto Tia Wanto. He should have joined us today, and also Roosevelt Johnson, but then I think based on their own schedule, but we hope to be with us. We hope they will be with us next week. But again, I want to say thank you, and to my brother Jake, my brother, I want to appreciate you. Thanks to the many, listeners around the world. I want to thank you. Again, we meet here on every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the Redemption Hour. We want to thank you for your support. Let's continue to engage in the comment section. Let's continue to interact. My brother Jake, thank you for everything you continue to do.
Salute you, to the followers.
We hope to meet this evening, later this evening for
I know.
Presentation.
Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much.
Bye-bye.
So you're bye, my people. You're bye.